Good morning, children. In this session, I will explain you earth movements and seasons, especially how seasons are forming. In the topic now we are going to discuss. Let me explain this topic. So before that, I will ask few questions. Why some areas on earth receiving high temperatures? Okay, why some areas receiving low temperatures? We have different reasons why seasons are forming. For that also we have different reasons. To understand such a complex phenomena, first of all, we have to understand these four topics. If you know these four, automatically you are able to understand how why seasons are forming. Okay, na? First one, spherical shape of the earth and curvature of its surface. Second one, daily rotation of the earth on its own axis. Third one, the tilt of the axis of rotation compared to the plane of which the earth moves. Fourth one, the earth moves around the sun once a year, that is called revolution. One by one, clearly, I will explain you. First, curvature of the earth. Curvature of the earth. Tell me, what is the shape of the earth? Yes, spherical shape. Okay, na? So, in the middle part, it is bulged. Here, flat shape we are observing. Top and bottom, we are observing flat shape. That means top and bottom earth is flattened. Top and bottom earth is flattened. Middle it is bulged. Generally, earth comparing with orange, you know very well. Okay, na? In some areas, here especially equatorial regions receiving high temperatures. Okay, na? Here sunrises are falling directly. That's why these regions, temperate zone, okay, na, receiving high sun rays. That's why here high temperatures are recording. If you move towards North Pole or South Pole, sun rays are falling slantly, bently. Okay, na? That's why these areas are receiving low sun rays. Okay, now that's why temperatures are low in the top of the earth or bottom of the earth. If you move far away from the equator, temperatures are low. That is a general phenomena you know very well. Why such kind of things are happening? Due to the curvature of the earth, such kind of incidents taking place. Okay, na? Do you understand? Okay. Next one, daily rotation. See, this is earth. This is imaginary line called axis. Okay, now this imaginary line passes middle of the earth, that is called axis. Do you understand? Okay, now you see, this is earth. Okay, now all the places on earth per day, okay, it crosses the imaginary line, that is called the axis. All the places on earth passing imaginary line at 24 hours yet per day. Do you understand? For example, India. India passes once a day this imaginary line. Okay, now then Australia passes this imaginary line per day. Okay, now then it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. 24 hours. You know, general Okay, now formula of rotation. What is rotation? Earth moving around its own axis. That is called Earth moving around its own axis. This is called rotation. What is rotation? Earth moving around its own axis like top. Like top. Kids are playing with the tops. Okay, na, they are holding thread to top and okay, na, they are throwing on the ground. Sometimes by using the thread they are taking. Okay, na, again they are playing with the top. It is moving like a top spin. Which earth? How? Moving its own axis. Axis is imaginary line passing middle of the earth. Okay, now what is the main important daily change taking place through the rotation? Tell me. Daily alteration of daily alternation of day and nights. That means alternation of day and nights. Day and nights happening due to this rotation. Do you understand? Just now I mentioned one point. On earth, every country once passes this imaginary line. Okay, na? That means the countries which are okay na in front of sun, then their day is happening. The countries okay na behind the sun, that means okay na which and the sunrises are not falling. So those countries dark okay now there those countries are located back of the globe, back of the earth. Again those countries will come in front of the sun. Do you understand? Okay, now suppose in India we have morning time in India, then America they have night time, because earth is moving west to east direction. West to east direction. Do you understand how earth is moving west to east direction? This is Tropic of Capricorn. This is equator. This is Tropic of Capricorn. This is Tropic of Cancer. Sorry. Once again, this is Tropic of Cancer. This is equator. This is Tropic of Capricorn. How Earth is moving west to east direction. Suppose you are in front of globe. Okay, now you are in front of globe. Your left side, okay, now left side of your globe, that is moving to east. Okay, now you are in front of globe, then left side of globe moving towards east. That's why how we are feeling, the sun, the moon, the stars rising in the east side and okay, then setting in the west side. Okay, how we are feeling the sun, the moon, the stars. The sun, the moon, the stars rising in the east, then setting in the west. Why we are feeling like that? Earth moving west to east direction. Do you understand? Do you have clarity? Okay, na? So, due to that reason, day and nights are forming. Okay, the sun illuminates one half of the earth. Here, point is the sun illuminates the sun one half of the earth at any given portion. That means, once again I will tell you, the sun illuminates one half of the earth, okay, one half of the earth at any given portion. That is called, okay, that is called system of illumination. That is called system of illumination. Okay now. So one side it is shining, then back side darkness appears. Okay now. So that is called system of illuminations. In the next session, I will explain you regarding the tilt of the axis of rotation, then the earth's movements around its okay now, the earth moving its own axis, then at the same time it is moving around the sun, that is called rotation. These points in the next class I will explain you. Then today's class, okay, what we discussed, curvature of the earth, then daily rotation, that means rotation. Rotation means earth moving its own axis, that is called rotation. Do you understand? Okay now, these points we discussed now. The sun illuminates the one half of the earth at any given moment. The sun some little bit correction. The sun illuminates the one half of the earth at any given moment. The edge of the portion sunlit hemisphere is called a circle of illumination. I told, okay na, something, so that is wrong. Circle of illumination. Okay now. So once again this one remember. The sun illuminates one half of the earth at any given moment. The edge of the portion sunlit hemisphere called a circle of illumination. One side it is dark, one side it is light. One side light is presenting, back side darkness existed. Then I am asking one question here. Suppose earth is not rotating, earth is stationary. Okay na? Earth is stationary, not moving any side. Then by that time what will happen, tell me? Only, okay na, then sunrises are falling. By that time what will happen? Only sunrises are falling one side of the earth. That means every time this area is heating up, back side area not at all heating up by the sunrises. So that there is no possibility of existence of human beings by that time. Okay na? Why? Then here one side of the earth gradually temperatures rises. Okay na? Then temperatures are very high by that time. Then back side cool, okay na, cold temperatures are recording. Hot temperatures are recording in the front side, which, okay na, area is in front of sun. Back side then cool conditions, okay na, then existed automatically. There is no possibility of existence of human beings, animals and plants. Okay na? So due to the rotation life is possible. Do you understand? Okay now. So without rotation there is no possibility of life. That's why rotation is very important. At the same time revolution also very important. Okay now. So here do you understand what is circle of illumination? This is also you have to keep remember. Okay now. The sun illuminates the one half of the earth at any given moment. The edge of the portion sunlit hemisphere is called as circle of illumination. Okay na? Thank you.